I'm back. This is the next video. As you can see, we're inside today, and that's because I can't really be very consistent with driving all the way to the same spot every time I'm supposed to make a video because I'm trying to be consistent at this, so I can't really go there every time. Um, so we're doing it inside this time. And I did note, as you can see, to make it a bit more professional, of course. And I'm speaking with inside voices because I'm inside, and also because there's somebody sleeping outside. So, um, yeah, thankfully you can probably hear me, and there's no high winds up here, in here. So, hopefully my voice will be clear. You know what? I'm gonna get straight into the topic. This time I'm not gonna do any rambling. People playing at your insecurities. People playing at your insecurities. All right. Just so you heard me the first time. You might be having a conversation with somebody about, well, anything, but I guess in this case, let's say looks, right? What they do for their hair, how much they sleep to get a better, I don't know, no eye bags, whatever. And you point out, dude, I wish I had your teeth. My teeth are horrible, right? And mind you, most of the time, they didn't even notice anything unless it's like very visible. And all of a sudden, that's the whole conversation. From that point on, that's the whole conversation, right? Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, your teeth are crooked and yellow too, you know? And if the person's morals are not really there, then they'll probably talk about it more and more every time they see you, like, oh yeah, so Adrian, did you fix the teeth yet? And then, that relationship's done for if you're not close to that person. Um, and yeah, that's the topic. If you show your insecurities to anyone, and I'm talking to anybody, they'll see it more and more. They'll notice it. And when it comes to, in general, I'd say women are typically the one to do this more. And that's just a trait of theirs, It's nothing that they really think about that much. But yeah, they tend to do that. So as a man, you shouldn't really have any insecurities. And if you do, try your best to combat it. And don't show it, Because sometimes we do tend to show it when we're trying to get with a girl, or whatever. And then they can't stop seeing that. Like, oh yeah, sorry I bumped into you. My nose is kind of big, I wish it wasn't, right? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, it's big. It's like what are you, Pinocchio? For example. And that's the end of that relationship. So the point I'm trying to make is, when it comes to the black pill, insecurities are something that is very noticeable. in any social converse, like in any social situation, even with your family, they notice your insecurities, and then, like a human, they play at it sometimes. Not all the time. If they truly care about you, they wouldn't do that. Or if they don't even, you know, if they accidentally do it, if they do it without even noticing you're hurt by it, then that's a different story. But yeah, when they sense weakness in that area, they notice it more. And that can be a problem because if you're trying to get into a job, if you're trying to build your status, if that's still important to you, if you're trying to up your flirting techniques, then you should really work on your insecurities. And that's what we're here to talk about. I had a problem with height for a while because usually I wasn't the tallest guy, when I was 12, 11, I was average, but like around 12, 13, I was pretty short compared to the other guys. My closest friends too, I was like the second shortest guy out of the four of us. And that may not be much of a problem to you, but no, it was to me. So then I got taller at like 14. That's when I got my growth spurt. I got taller and I became like the second or third tallest guy in my class, I think, at the time. And that was something I didn't notice much of. But the more people talked about it, the more I noticed it, right? There was a girl that was like, "Wow, you've gone tall, Adrian." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I didn't even notice it until she said that. So I guess it works vice versa too. If somebody else points out something that you have that you didn't even notice, then you'll start noticing it too. And um, nowadays, I'd say I'm content. I'm content with my height. Anyone would like to be like NBA level tall, right? Anyone. But nowadays, I realize it's not that important, you know? And you guys, you watching, um, if you're, I don't know, let's say 5'6" and below, you still should not care about it because what's the benefit in caring about it? What's the benefit in having an insecurity about it? Because I'm new at this, all right? Give me a second. All right, whatever. Your insecurity is noticeable to people, and the bigger it is, the more people tend to see it and also, you know, talk about it, I guess. Let's say this, for example, Michael Jackson. That guy's 5'9". He was 5'9", sorry. 5'9", right? I don't think anyone actually noticed that at all. No one, except maybe him. Or I don't even think he did. Because if he did, then people would have noticed it more, especially if he talked about it. I don't know if he talked about it, but it's not very popular. Obviously, he was popular with the girls because of his music and style and dancing, whatever. The guy was 5'9". He was, I don't know if that's below, I don't think that's below average height, but whatever. He was not insecure about it at all, right? He was confident on stage. I don't know how he was off stage. Um, I know he had a rough couple of years, but whatever. That's besides the point. Let me just do this so you can see my chain. Obviously, I'm trying to want to make you notice it. There we go. He was confident, and that's the antidote to insecurity. Confidence. Basically, the opposite of insecurity, I guess. You know, you have to be confident in yourself, right? And that's what I've written here. You know what? I'm not gonna read it. Oh, well. So you might think I'm gonna remove this part. You might think I'm gonna edit this out. Actually, I will not. I will not be doing that. I'll be having this on right now. This will stay. I won't make any cuts on this part. So, he was confident in himself, on stage anyway, when people saw him the most. No one noticed his height at all. No girls, no guys. I don't even think he did. I guess at that time, Black Pill wasn't really popping like it is now, but sorry. He didn't care equals no one else cared. And that's the antidote to insecurity. It's confidence. You got to build your confidence. When you do that, people will stop seeing your insecurities. And if you're with somebody that you've kind of blown it, you know, you've showed your insecurity on multiple occasions, then they'll still kind of talk about it. But the more they see you not care about it, the less they'll talk about it eventually, I'm sure. So you just, at the time you're at now, if you notice anyone playing at your insecurities, just ignore it. Or just give a reaction that shows, oh, he doesn't really care. Oh, this guy, you know, he not the same guy, right? I don't really care about that anymore. And then they'll notice like, oh, shoot. Well, there goes that insecurity. There goes the midget jokes. There goes the Pinocchio jokes. There goes the 90 years old gray hair jokes, you know. He doesn't really care about it. And one day you might even be able to embrace it. Maybe. I haven't really gone that far, but I will get there. And I hope I'll see you there too. So, build confidence and simultaneously try to destroy that belief that you have of yourself in that area that you're insecure about. Because a belief you can challenge, like a, I don't know what his name is, but some philosopher or therapist, whatever, said that. Feelings, they're gonna stay there and they're gonna go away and they're gonna come back. Beliefs, you can challenge. So, challenge that belief you have of yourself that you're insecure about. Um, and at the same time, build your confidence by doing, a few exercises, both mental and physical. And once you do that, the insecurity is basically gone. And one day, that insecurity might turn into confidence. Oh, your hair is like silver, dude. But you're young. But it looks so cool. Like it's silver, a little bit brown. You look like a cartoon character. Or like a movie character. Maybe not cartoon, but. So that's really it. I was gonna, I was gonna say something about how you could embrace having a big nose, but I'm not saying that. Uh, oh, dude, you're short? Well, that must mean you have a pretty easy time at the gym, for example, and that's the truth too. The shorter frame you have, the easier you can build muscle. So, the more noticeable your muscle is. So, you can have a pretty good physique if you're a shorter guy. Um, yeah, it's basically it. Because if you don't care about your insecurities, no one else will care about your insecurities. Unless they have the same insecurity and they might see you have a similar trait as them physically, because this is the Black Pill channel. And maybe they'll play at that. But if they see you don't care about it, then they'll be like, oh, what a fortunate guy, right? He doesn't care about it. Why should I care about it? That's pretty much it. Let's see how long I've been recording. 17 minutes. That sounds doable. Okay. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Work on your insecurities. Don't let the black pill give you more insecurities. And most of your insecurities are formed from the black pill. So you don't really have to know where it came from. You know where it came from, the black pill. But now you know a little bit more about it, a bit more about what people's reaction to your insecurities and how to stop it.